I believe this edition of ESPN FC Extra Time should be sponsored by Pep Guardiola's sweater.
Then it's going to be colourful then.
Multicultural, it's multi-dimensional.
Okay.
How can a sweater be multicultural?
Well, first of all, is it a sweater or a jumper?
Well,
It depends what country you come from.
Well, it's
From
been
the UK, it's a
been
jumper.
a subject of fierce
From here,
debate.
it's a sweater.
Jumper or sweater?
Vest.
It's a vest.
Yeah,
What
turtle.
about a pullover? Is it a pullover?
No, it was special, is what it was.
Gab Marcotti is also with us. On the subject of multiculturalism, our first question to Matteo.
Oh, you've lost your Italian accent.
Before
Well,
Gab.
no,
See you again.
it's on that
He's lost
subject.
his Italian accent. Remember during the show.
Is Matteo a fake Italian or the real deal?
Controversy.
Do you want me and Gab to have an Italian conversation? or not?
Controversy.
Norse. I was born in Italy, okay? Let's ask the
hey,
question,
hey,
Gab.
hey,
Let's
hey,
have another
hey,
Italian
hey,
thought,
hey.
me and Gab.
If you do this, then that means
I don't even, if you tie my hands behind my back, I'm not
right?
going to speak. All right, Aspen, does that answer your question? Tie these hands, I
You
can't
refereed.
speak.
When you went to referees, did you do that as well?
Gab, come on. Come on, Gab,
You've got
give me some of
referees in
this.
Italy, you got to do that.
You know it, Gab. You know it.
Look at these suits.
How do we
Look at
tell?
Gab's tailored
How do we
suit.
tell?
We're a very, very broad church in Italy. What I want to point out is that just because you can speak Italian doesn't actually make you Italians. They speak Italian in Switzerland
We were both born in Milan.
as well. Yeah, what hospital were you born in?
I've told you. You asked me this.
I think roughly translated, he doesn't believe you.
We're getting very specific here. We're getting very specific.
I do not remember. I have my birth. I'm going to send you my birth certificate.
So you don't know what you...
I don't remember the name of the hospital. I have my birth
Andrews.
certificate. I'm going to bring my birth certificate next
Where were
week
you?
for you,
What's
Gab.
up?
All right,
I
this
was
is a
born-
war. It just started.
Personally, I was born in St Andrews.
I don't
What
remember.
about you, Ali?
Policlínica Barquisimeto.
Okay,
Adrian?
Mayday Hospital.
You guys, why are you all on, be on my side?
Gab, hold on, just...
Clinica San Carlo San Siro.
I'm embarrassed. I have to have a word with my parents why they never told me. No, I'm not having this.
The truth.
What's your name? What's your name?
The culture guy.
To be continued, I believe. I don't think we've heard the last of this, but we're going to move on. Where does Real Madrid stand now, Ali? Take this first. In contention for La Liga after the win in the derby. Looks like Solari has got a real game plan. You were tweeting avidly.
Yes, they have a game plan. However, that doesn't erase how poor they were early on in the season.
Right.
And when you play in the league, whatever you do early on in the season still shows up late in the season. And so I think the difference in points could potentially be 8 if Barcelona beat Athletic Bilbao. I think that's too much to overcome.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just move swiftly on then.
Then.
How does Manchester United's turnaround reflect on certain Mr. Mourinho's skill set / talent as a world-class manager?
You know what? I'm not going to say anything.
You know?
Just look at the league from when he left to now. That's all you need. That's all you need to look at to get the answer to that. And actually, we should point out we're talking about his skill set the way it is now. We shouldn't forget that at one time, absolutely, he was probably the best manager in the world.
Is he still a world-class
But for some
manager?
reason, he's changed.
Yeah.
And now we've got this version. But let's not
So
forget
is that
he
version
was.
not still a world-class manager?
No, this
It is.
version is absolutely not.
Definitively. Gab, you agree?
No, I was going to get all snarky and sarcastic and say actually it was clearly Mourinho's preparations earlier in the season, and now Solskjaer's just reaping the rewards of all the hard work and tactile organization and sort of motivational exploits that Mourinho put together. But I don't even feel like doing that. No, look, they have an outstanding team. They have a huge wage bill. They have very good players. They should be beating people. The reality was that under Mourinho, for a whole bunch of reasons, many of them his responsibility, maybe not all of them, it was excuses, it was negativity, it was a total loss of belief. And I'm not saying anybody could have done the job Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did, not at all. But all it took was somebody to come in, be a little bit more positive, believe in the players a little more, and the players simply regressed to the mean. It's not surprising that they beat the stuffing out of Fulham. because they're that much better. That is normality. Under Mourinho, what happened was the Overton window got moved, so all of a sudden, all these crummy, insecure performances were the norm. All of a sudden, all these players were seemingly terrible, except for Matic, of course. Now, some semblance of normality has returned.
So, Mourinho back to Inter? Is that something that would you would welcome?
Out of all the clubs he's been at, maybe barring Portugal, I think Inter is where he's really seen as a hero. He is beloved there. He had a group of players that loved him as well. Maybe the last time that a group of players loved Mourinho was when he was at Inter, because ever since then he's left teams in a heap of fire.
Well, he shouldn't go then. Because he might make a mess of that.
Question. I do have a question.
Go on.
This is.
Oh, you got to send it in. You can't just ask questions.
We'll let him.
No, well, because I was going back to the initial question about, fake Italian.
Oh,
here.
jeez.
This is key.
Matteo,
why is this happening to me? What have I done
from this? But
When you go to Italy,
yes,
do you order from menus?
I order off menu, just like Gab does.
not off the menu, just
Isn't
off.
Off menu.
script
of
entirely.
course, of course.
Okay.
You know
Is there
that.
one thing? Actually, can I ask a question, Ali?
Yes, yeah, go ahead.
Thanks
you don't even
very
have to
much.
send it in.
Thank you. Actually, Gab, is there a question that you can ask another Italian that pretty much only an Italian would be able to?
Well, where he was born.
hospital.
Where he was born would be one.
Either pronounce it or, is there anything? It's like a Scotsman. All Scotsmen, if you showed them the place called Ochterada, that's how they would say it. Yeah, exactly. If you weren't a Scotsman, you wouldn't be able to say it. Is there anything like that? Just to add on to the hospital one.
That was enough for you.
I think every single Italian would know the starting lineup of the team that on July 11th, 1982
That's not fair.
became world champions after a wait lasting 54 years.
Gab's a baby boomer. I was born in 87.
I wasn't even born then.
I was born in 87, Gab. They don't
How
have
about the
footage.
2006 lineup?
Are we doing this now? We're doing this now?
Gab, 3-0.
Go for it. You should rattle it off.
3-0.
Dino's off, 82.
Buffon.
Gab, I can give you that.
Marcotti 3.
Pirlo,
Benazzi
Gattuso,
0.
Cannavaro,
It's not fair, Gab. It's not fair.
Fabio Grosso.
It's not fair. Hey, I don't care how much you say grazie.
Let's let Matteo off the. Let's bring it forward to modern day Italian football.
Let's do it.
Bimal wants to know: are you happy with the direction Italian football is in?
Buffon.
Ask Gab. Gab would know.
Here in 2019, Matteo and Gab, are you happy with the direction Italian football's heading?
You want me to go first?
Yeah,
Yes,
go on.
absolutely. I think Serie A bringing in Ronaldo as well for the biggest marketing star in the world was absolutely massive for Juventus. Building privately owned stadium is also a step in the right direction. We're seeing more and more clubs following Juventus by doing that. So I think that has to be the next thing, where you get rid of these old decrepit stadiums that aren't owned by the actual team and move to a model like what we've seen from Udinese, from Juventus.
Yep. Goal scoring's way up as well. Gab, are you happy?
That's because defenders disappeared.
Yeah, I'm happy. I mean, I think the single biggest problem that we had in Italy, I think, was just horrible oversight, horrible short-sighted owners, some of them ending up with serious legal issues, and just sort of a general sense of impunity. And we hit rock bottom after Calciopoli. We stayed there for a while. And then slowly, they're getting out of it. If you look at the number of sort of normal owners in Serie A, the number seems to go up every year. And when you reach critical mass, then you can start passing rules. You can start, more importantly, enforcing those rules. And everything else follows from that. I think from the quality of the football display to the belief in youngsters, which we're seeing this tremendous generation of kids coming through. Cristiano Ronaldo obviously doesn't hurt either. There's still a long way to go from the days when we ruled the world, but little by little, we're climbing back out of our hole.
Nice Serie A paid advertisement there.
Big time.
For finally, Big Red Machine, getting to the heart of the matter. Stevie, say a few words without your Scottish accent, says Big Red Machine.
Hey?
American accent.
Without your Scottish accent, apparently.
How am I supposed to do that?
Well, but you said that you were almost fully integrated. You said that last
Yeah,
week.
I haven't got to the accent part yet.
What people don't know is you're actually putting on this fake Scottish accent, but you're speaking to me with an American accent back in
Do you know what?
in the
I'll tell you what,
coffee
there is actually one occasion where I always have to try and speak with some sort of an American accent. And that's when you phone and you speak to one of those machines on the phone.
Siri?
Right?
Correct.
So I give it the old Scottish
they don't
accent
understand.
and they go, sorry, I have no idea what you're saying. Can you repeat that?
And what would you say?
So then I've got to go to the alphabet and go, A-E-I-O-U. And they go, oh, okay, Mr. Nicol, we're ready to
From
go.
Louisiana now?
Is that something? Yeah, I was going to say.
So look at right.
You had
You're from the Bayou?
I don't know, a little twang to your AEOU.
Hey, it's the only way they can understand me on the phone.
Little Dukes of Hazzard thrown in.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
I don't know why you go country.
just be generic? Why from Alabama?
Well, I have no idea. I have no idea.
Does Siri understand you?
No.
Siri, yeah, absolutely.
Right.
If I do that,
Maybe this is to be revisited too. Lots of items to be revisited. We will have.
We have an answer already as to the most crucial question.
We have tomorrow's show. To look
Fake!
at all sorts of highlights to bring you. City, Chelsea, Juve in action, Barca in action. We'll bring you it all. ESPN FC on Plus.